Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk and I'm here today with a tutorial for the card I made for the Stampin' Dreams blog hop, and the theme was Valentines, very appropriate for this time of the year. So I have made this card here and I shall show you how I created it. Okay. So I'm going to use Music from the Heart for this card. And I kind of bought this card because I thought birthdays, Valentine's, it covers loads of things. And just a note, I love that little play on. No, I've used this loads, love it. So I'm using the You're the Music in My Heart. I'm going to use this thing here. And now a treble clef in it. And I'm using this note here with a heart and a little tiny heart there. So I've got them all sort of mounted up, ready to use, and I'm going to use Stays On because I want it to be really black. So look what I did. Look what I actually did. Great start, Jezebel. Great start. Right, never mind. Let's I'm sure I'm not alone in that. Just make sure it's not going to come off. Right, so I'm going to, just got a little scrap here. Well, it was carefully cut up to use for this. So I'm going to put that across there. I am going to die cut this out. There we are, like that. I'm going to give that, it won't actually clean it on my chamois, but I don't want it to, it's getting enough off. But it's now going to be black, but I don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. And then I want this. Let's see if I can poke that bit down again. So this is going to go over here, and I'm going to put it there, like so. Use my chamois, clean a bit of that off. Super. And then I'm going to use this little, I want to say crotchet, but I might be wrong. And I'm going to sort of do it so that the heart is sort of lined up there. And that's me. That's my focal point of the card done. And then I'm going to use real red, and I'm going to put a couple of little hearts around. Power of 3. So I'm just going to put 3 hearts dotted around. Like so, and then I'm going to colour the hearts we've got there in. So I do need the real red marker, which of course, planning and everything, I didn't bring. Is that the real red? Yeah. So I'm going to use just no, I will use the brush side, find it colours better. I'm going to put my glasses on. And I'm just going to colour in this heart. I was going to use my blends, but it's such a little space that there ain't really any space for making it any sort of variation of colour. And the little hearts I stamped have not got any variation of colour, so, and I've used Stays On, and you weren't supposed to use your blends with Stays On, so that was that. that'll do nicely. So that's me message done. And then I'm gonna, I think I might use, I've not planned, I just planned that sort of cluster. So this is the stitched nested dies, and I thought I might, yes, my thoughts were they would fit nicely in that, and then I'd use that on the front of the card in some way. That was my ideas. I like just crafting on the hoof and even filming without planning. I only need one card, so why test it out on one I don't need? So I'm going to get that cut out, and then we'll see where we go from there. So I've cut that out. So I've used the second largest one of these, and I think that's cut it out quite nicely. Put that with my Whisper White scrap. So now we're going to sort of build the card up. So I've taken a real red card base, and I've cut my usual mat for the inside, and I had a mat for the outside, and I've embossed it using the Scripty embossing folder. So whilst I was die cutting, I thought we'd get that done. That's going to go on there, and the reason why I've chosen Scripty is because I'm going to use this bit of script paper behind. Thought that would look nice. So we've got sort of script and music, quite like that sort of mixture going on there. So this is from the Colour Family pack. So this is the Regals, and so yeah, great. I use these a lot. So I'm gonna cut this down. So I was just gonna measure how much this is. So it kind of measures 2 3/8. So if I want 1/4 inch either side, I've got to cut this to 2 7/8. So let's cut this down to 2 7/8. There we go. And I think that will give us a nice board. If I can actually pick up, there we go. I think that'll give us a nice border. Or is it too big? Do we want to cut it down a bit? And then I thought I would put some ribbon around. I've got some of this seam binding. Oh, need my new packet, that's not big enough. It's my new roll, which of course I won't be able to open. Can't do these at best times, certainly can't do them with nails. So there we go. So I thought, put a bit of seam binding underneath, and maybe a little knot there. I'm thinking that I might make this border a little bit smaller. I think it's too small, too big even. Yeah, I think we'll go a little bit smaller. So maybe 1, 2. So we'll cut 1/4 inch off. See what that looks like. So we were 7/8, so 6/8, 5/8. Let's go down to 5/8. Is that more pleasing to the eye? There's a little bit. Could really go smaller, couldn't I? Could go the same size. Nah, we'll have that. We will have that. So I want to cut this down to my card mat width. There. idea. Put it across like that. Yeah, that's cute. That'll do. That'll be what I want. So might use a bit of that on the inside. Haven't quite decided. So let's cut a bit of this ribbon off. I am going to stick this down first because I might need a little bit of trimming. Yeah, I think it needs a tad trimming. So I'm going to leave space at the bottom so we can see a little bit of white coming out. And I might pop the topper up on dimensionals actually. That'll be nice. So if I match that side up, and I'll trim on the other. So all right there, we'll trim down this side. Using my long scissors. Take that off. There we go. And then we want to put a bit of ribbon across there, and I need to decide where I want that. So that needs to go smack back in the middle to be fair. That's where it wants to be. So get a bit of fast fuse. Trim that a bit better. Bit of fast fuse. Just put it along there. Oh, that was rubbish, Jez. Absolutely rubbish. Right, so gonna. Oh, it's got it's got static. Stop. Right. Gonna eyeball that to be the centre. Got the words there to help me. Yep, that'll do nicely. Now I want to, that's now got sticky on the back, so I might stick it to the front of this card now before I stick it to my craft mat. Would be just like me. Let's get that out. Put that down. Super duper. So I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals. So I want a little bit of a bow going on there. Either do a bow or a knot. Let's tie a bow and see what that looks like. Let's maybe leave a longer end, Jez. Managed to twist that. Oh well. See how it looks. It's got a slight rough down the edges, which makes pulling it a little bit hard. It's got a bit of resistance. Stick the ribbon there. Stick it on its side. I might tie it round underneath the actual thing. Put that out of the way. So I might actually go under there. Tie my bow this way. And if I want it to lie that way, I will tighten the knot that way, and then it should lie the other way when it's tied. Should. Put that up under there and pull. That's stuck to my finger. Yeah, see, it did lie that way. Now it's just a matter of faffing until I get it the size I want. Helps if you haven't got glue on your finger. So that's going to go on there. Need it a little bit smaller. How many of you are fast forwarding this bit until I've done it? Quite a few, I imagine. Right, I'm going to get this stuck up on dimensionals, and then I'll know exactly where I want that to be. I'm going to stick, just going to put a bit of fast fuse under there, just to hold the ribbon in place. How long is it since we had fast fuse? I've still got drawers of it. That was money well spent stocking up when we knew it was going, because I love it. Yep. Get glue you like, and that's it, isn't it? So put that on there, and now I can see where I want this bow to be. I think that'll do. So now I think I'll go ever so slightly smaller. There she goes again. Will you just let it go? Let it go. Let it go. Don't sing, Jess. I used to sing to my children when they was little babies. Sing all the time. And then when they were able to speak and say a sentence, they went, "Don't sing, mummy." Can't blame them really. But I did used to enjoy. I used to make up songs. They weren't great songs. They were really simple little ditties. But I'm just remembering some. Oh, my poor children. Scarred for life. Scarred for life. They often say that. Scarred us for life, Mum. No wonder my eldest ended up listening to heavy metal all the time. Anything to not be anything remotely like what I used to sing. Oh, bless them. Oh. It's a parent's job, innit? Wind the kids up. There. That's it. Right, so now we need to do something on the inside, because we don't just want to leave it plain, do we? That will not do at all. So I could do a strip of DSP, and I do actually have one, but it isn't actually very thick, is it? This little strip, could put that on the inside. It's actually not even got a full piece of script, is it? Well, I could turn it over and it could be like that, although that doesn't really match, does it? Or I could do a little bit of hearts. Shall we do a little bit of hearts on the inside? Might be quite nice. And a bit of music. bit of hearts and a bit of music. Randomly stamp these. Might just stick with the hearts. Can't remember, there was another saying that I wanted to put on the inside. You rock. Forget your trebles. It's funny. Not really Valentine-y, is it? Go on and on and on. No, you rock is quite good, but no, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. I'll think of something romantic to say, like you'll do. Oh dear. Right, let's get that on, and that we'll call that a wrap, I think. So there. So lots and lots of inspiration, I think we'll find on the blog hop for Valentine's. But to be fair, I could use this anytime. Doesn't have to just be for Valentine's. I could tell it every day of the week that it is the music to my heart, in my heart. That was me vomiting. Yes, so that's me card. Hope you like it. Hope you all go and have a little check out of the blog if you haven't already. The blog hop, that is, and see what everybody else has done. And yeah, so there'll be a link coming up to that video, that blog. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go and explore some more, and I shall see you again soon. Bye bye.